Jeopardy! Joint host Mayim Bialik hit world's organizations around world because silences Hamas on systemic rape. Hamas during October 7 attack terrorists. The Jewish actress and talk show presenter called deaf silence on social media. Israeli women war sacrifice-based abuse. Bialik said, the brutal gang rapes, sexual torture in a long article on October 7. Women's organizations, who are strictly condemned to the systematic rape and torture of women, have a disgusting noticeable absence of women's organizations. Hamas militants, when they crossed the border and attacked families and participants of a large music festival in their homes. 1,200 Israelis killed civilians to a large extent. Israel judicial teams examining the bodies of the Olis. They found more than one rape, torture and other persecution symptoms. Mayim Bialik was following the terrible sexual violence reports of progressive feminists against Israeli women. Mayim Bialik YouTube, we've seen many women with bones, broken legs, pelvis, said a volunteer worker named Sherry in the military morgue. Washington Post. He said, a Israeli medical officer said he saw evidence, including presence of semen in bodies of two young girls who were dead in bedrooms after October 7 attack. A person who survived the Hamas raid on Nova Festival site said he witnessed the rape of gang while acting as if he was dead. He didn't take his pants, he said in a video, to protect the identity of his face. Hamas rejected the allegations of sexual violence. During October 7 attack, Israel held a meeting at the United Nations building in Geneva on Monday to illuminate persecution of Hamas against women. Ruth Halperin Kadari, one of event speakers, said that UN women's rights groups underestimate and minimizing the sexual torture of Israeli women at meeting. Bialik also hit groups, including Strengthening Women for the Existence Gender Equality, Gender and Strengthening Women Are Women's Bodies, and women's bodies were used in war against sadistic pleasure of perpetrators in war. Are trying to shout from roofs, were surprised how world surrounded it, he tweeted. The progressive feminists of the world, where are you? Bialik called the UN because he did not condemn gender severity earlier. The game show server, neuroscientist, contained a connection to Piece of Ideas Israel Mikkel Herzog's First Lady and published last week on Newsweek. Herzog wrote, Hamas condemnation of violence-based violence is not weak or inadequate. It was not a matter they failed. The UN Human Rights Office condemned Hamas attack as disgusting, cruel and shocking, but said that Israel did not access the country to investigate the alleged crimes against women. In the meantime, Israeli officials violence to the UN very graphics and descriptive documents, he said.